when he was fixing the sprinklers, he was laying pipe on the inside of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him.
All right, who wants to start today? Where do we start? Oh, wait, I know.
Yeah.
There's only one story we're all talking about.
I wonder if it's everywhere by the time people are listening to this. It's got to be.
So many people have this video because it was sent to me, and I got 3 different versions of it.
It's only a matter of time before Barstool or TMZ posts
I think
it.
so. Someone told me they were trying to give the video to Barstool, so I'm sure Barstool's already got it at this point.
Give? Wouldn't they pay for this?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to sell it. Maybe that's why it's not out yet. I don't know.
What's the legality on that? Like, if you recorded it, it's yours, correct?
Well,
Right.
Gandhi first came in with this, so give the recap.
Okay, so a friend of mine sent me something over the weekend. It was a surprise 40th birthday party for a guy. They said it seemed like he knew that it was coming, so he gets up and he's thanking everybody, thanks his in-laws, and then asks his wife to come up to the front. It looks like he's going to give her an upgraded ring because he takes the ring off of her finger, and he's like, this is pretty good for a firefighter, right? She's like, yeah. And then he drops the bomb of, you dirty bitch, I caught your ass cheating. I know about everything. I know about his little dick. I've seen it. I'm not impressed. I know about the plan B, you dirty fucking C-word. Like, he goes off on her, and she's standing there the whole time like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, don't make me show everybody. You know it's true. I know it's true. I have all the proof, all the text, all the videos, everything. Then somebody gets up and sort of tries to intervene between the two of them.
I think that's her sister, maybe.
It's either a sister or a mom, but he looks at this woman and he's like, and you fucking knew. You fucking know him. You fucking know him. Like, this guy's going off. It was so Jersey Shore. And a lot of people are thinking, oh, this is not real. No, it's real.
It's real.
We all know, like, we're getting the messages all morning now from people who were either there or who know somebody who was there. It's somebody's cousin who we know. Like, it's a wild story. So that's all we've been talking about.
One of my girlfriends actually took one of those videos that we all got. And she said to me, how did you get that video? I took one of those. And I was like,
everybody's sending it to everybody in their phone.
And no, that's what I said. I said, it's all over the place today. She's like, oh my gosh. And then she said that he had been sitting on this for a long time.
2 months.
That's incredible.
And he was just playing house with his wife just to grin it and bear it until this party came around.
Wow.
How crazy.
All right, I've got a question.
Go.
So when he starts the whole thing where he gets up and he talks and whatnot, he slips her current wedding ring off of her finger and puts it in his pocket because she believes she's getting another ring.
Yeah.
Which obviously she does not. Is that ring now his, or does he have to give that back
Wait
to
a minute.
her?
No,
This
it's
is
hers.
what you're curious
This is
about?
what he cares
it's the
about.
little things. It's the little
That's what
things.
he's thinking
No,
about.
because I'm thinking that's why he did it. I'm thinking he took the ring because that was something of value. So he was getting that
I
back.
think it was more symbolic than anything.
Yes,
I think he
it
was like, bitch, you are not my wife anymore.
Right,
Fuck you.
exactly.
Right,
I
that's
also
fine.
think it's still technically hers.
Yeah.
Because
I
wedding
don't know.
rings.
It's just,
Well,
So-
engagement rings are theirs because it's a gift. Wedding rings are, I think,
Symbolic.
communal property and more symbolic than anything.
I don't know. But
yeah.
no,
Well, my
so-
lawyer told me not if it was given on a holiday as like a gift.
Right.
Well,
so
that's-
the thing with this, so engagement rings, that's why you should never propose on a holiday. Engagement rings you get back if you break up because they say it's a gift in contemplation. So you're giving this gift on a condition. So if that condition doesn't happen,
That's right,
then you
that's
get
right.
it back. However, if you gift it to somebody on Valentine's Day or Christmas, whatever it is, then that's
it's a gift.
considered a gift
Now-
and they keep it. Wedding rings, I'm not sure how that works. I think they
Is
fight
that
about
the
that.
same everywhere, Gandhi, or is it just like in all if you live here, if you live there? Like,
I'm sure each state is different.
I don't know. I thought it was everywhere, but wedding rings are different, and that's different state to state. But someone will tell us, I'm sure.
but I'm blown away by this guy being able to sit for 2 months
Yep.
on all this information
He was
and
stewing on it.
And he
act somewhat
exploded.
normal around the house, like everything's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, that's
That
a
is
lot of
some serious
self-control.
acting.
And the rumor is that it was a landscaper. I don't know if it was their landscaper, but that's like such a movie thing. Like, a movie. Plot.
Desperate Housewives.
Crazy.
Right,
The lawn
totally.
boy, hello.
That's right.
So when he was fixing the sprinklers, he was laying pipe on the inside of the house.
Oh, yeah.
Good for
I
him.
guess so.
It's wild.
Wow.
Have any of
Whatever.
you guys ever caught someone cheating on you?
Nope.
I have
Never-
not.
No.
No. I got
Nate
caught
clearly has.
semi-cheating, but wasn't really cheating.
Oh.
Explain semi-cheating.
I had never done anything. I had never met this person. I was simply talking to someone that I should not have been talking to. That was
So
it.
it was cheating.
Wait.
It is.
Were you talking to them in an explicit way, or were you just talking to them?
You were emotionally cheating.
No, but I had a previous relationship with this person, and I should not have been. And I was not honest about not talking to them. I was asked, "Are you still speaking to this person?" I said no. When in reality, I was, and I had never planned to see them. I never planned to do anything with them. There was no explicit conversations being had. However, it was still dishonesty, and then therefore that's
so
why it
you
was a
more
problem.
so got caught lying, not
Correct.
necessarily cheating.
Okay,
Right.
let me ask you this, and it was discovered by the
kid's iPad. Oh,
well, no, in Froggy's instance, was it discovered, and did you deny it, Froggy, or did you?
The person that I was dating asked me, "Are you still speaking to the other person?" And I said no. She found out that I was, and then confronted me with it.
And then upon confrontation, did you fess up?
I had no choice but to fess up.
See, that's what gets me about this video is she's confronted, and she's, I don't know what you're talking about.
right.
Oh, no. If you show me proof of me doing something, I would have been to say.
But he says that in the video. He says, you want to see it? He goes, believe me, you don't want everybody to see this. Because
I'll show everybody.
Right.
Okay, so if that was me, right, if I were her and he started down that path, I would have walked the fuck out of there.
See, okay.
Like, I'm not sticking around for this, buddy. I'm out.
I have seen videos where it starts, and I've seen the other party walk away because they know it's not going to end well.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's obviously not as good a video as the one that you supplied us with this morning. But
that was why. I mean, she 10 toes down. She sat there. What?
Yeah,
what are you
she
talking
stays
about?
till the end. Yeah. And then her family kind of backs her up. They're like,
supposedly, the only people that knew that this was happening was his parents. They knew he was doing this, and because I guess they know all of the circumstance surrounding it,
right?
They were 100%. I think it's the dad that hands that ring box over to
right.
But
him. Didn't the woman
just to say this is all alleged?
Yeah,
allegedly.
Didn't allegedly the woman's mom know that she was having an affair with this guy?
Allegedly, the woman's mom knew and confronted the daughter several times about what are you doing?
You got to stop this. That kind of thing?
Right.
Wow.
Yikes. And then he says, because it turned into a divorce party after, and they're playing like all breakup music, he says at the end of the video, and anybody who fucking supports this bitch, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And whoever ended up sticking around, I have video of them just dancing and having a really good time.
Oh my God.
At that point, what are you going to do? You got the venue.
Yeah, you have a party.
Like, have fun.
Have a
You gotta
party.
pay for it anyway.
For sure.
Seriously.
Do you fire the landscaper or?
Well, we don't know if it was their landscaper or not.
Yeah.
It was a landscaper.
You got to think it was the land. Yeah.
And did the woman's sister come to her defense? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Somebody jumps up and intervenes.
That was
a woman of some
also.
sort.
We also heard that after the cameras went off, that
Allegedly.
the sister allegedly went over there and confronted
The guy?
Yes.
What?
I keep
The guy who was being cheated on.
The guy who was being cheated. No, so the girl's sister attacked
Yeah, the girl's
him.
sister.
Attacked the guy who was being cheated on.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
the cheater's sister attacks the guy who was being cheated on.
That makes
Allegedly.
zero sense.
Allegedly.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? As a sister, it's a very emotional thing. He humiliated her in front of. I'm not justifying any of this, but I'm just saying if I saw someone do that to my sister, even if she's wrong, I might attack him.
So if the tables now if the tables were turned,
and
it was a woman finding out a guy was cheating.
And did that?
Everybody would be hands up, praise this woman. Woohoo!
I've seen. I think
we've seen this before.
Well, what I'll say is this: I don't think there was any shame on this guy.
No.
Well, I've seen a little. So far, there's been a little bit of.
Look, I gotta
pushback.
say, I don't. But that's just my opinion. I hate the CUNT word anyway. So and which is surprising, right, with my mouth. But like to see him say that word in front of all those people.
So that word aside,
that's still your kid's mom.
Right.
Like that,
So
I think there was another way to do it. Maybe
but
not.
That word
so,
aside, do you approve of what he did?
Yeah, I think I
don't, but I wouldn't either way. If a woman got up there and did that, I'd be like, what are you doing? Dragging this messy shit out in front of somebody's family.
Well,
exactly.
Like, family's very important to me, and as the child of immigrants, that would be mortifying for my parents to know any of that.
I'll say this. I know I don't have the sheer willpower to sit on it for 2 months like he did. There's no way.
Well,
There's absolutely no way. I could never do that.
If and when this hits the mass media, always go to the comment section, and I guarantee there's going to be pushback, and the guy they're going to come down on him. And
well,
I
can
the
already
rumor
see
is that he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, that's what
I've
heard that from
that
Allegedly,
he's
he's a
nice
sweetheart.
guy.
Yeah.
I I don't know what I'm saying, but I would not agree with those comments. I'd be like, you know what? Turnabout is fair play. If this was the shoe was on the other foot, people would be praising the woman. So let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out, because you know what? I think a lot of people are taking his side in the situation.
Yeah.
And
I don't
so
see how you can't.
Yeah. So
Did you know what's so crazy? Like watching everybody who's watching this unfold, and like you hear them go, ha ha, like nervous laughter as if they think it's a joke. When he starts yelling at her, they're like, ha ha ha, oh.
One person texted me and said initially they thought it was a skit, like a little skit, that they were like, oh, what are they doing? This is weird. And then it got super serious and everyone was like, oh shit. The first video that I got, whoever it was that was recording, as it started to get really thick, they put the phone down and they stopped recording. And I was like, no, damn it, no. And then I got the other angles of it. And I was like, oh, damn, this is crazy.
I mean, I'll admit, the first time I watched it, I was a little uncomfortable. But then the more I've heard about how it was going on and how long and he knew and this, that, and the other and her and all the alleged things that have happened, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't blame him. I too do not like the C word. I don't like that word ever.
I love it.
I hate that word.
Love it.
But I don't like it. And that part does make me uncomfortable. He says it one time and then he does not say it again.
No.
And the rest of it, I'm like, listen, he's just going on.
But he's like, I fucking hate you, you fucking bitch.
He has been sitting on this for 2 months.
Yeah,
he has been a pot boiling, and then the lid comes off, and all the fucking steam is coming out.
I want to know the shit he thought about doing that he thought, nah, I shouldn't do that, but I'll do this. I would love to know where did he start and where did he come down to?
Do you think there was still sex going on for 2 months?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But that might have been a weird red flag.
No shot.
If I had to guess,
You smell like the lawn.
I don't know. What would you do if you caught your significant other red-handed like that?
I would.
I couldn't sit there for 2 months.
Yeah, I would confront them immediately.
See, I found out somebody was cheating on me once, but I didn't do that. What I did was I took off. I was wearing a piece of the guy's jewelry, I think, and I actually walked over to him very quietly. I tucked it in his hand, and I said, "I won't be needing this anymore. Thank you." And I walked away. I took the high road.
That's classy.
I don't know.
That's not anywhere near as entertaining as what we just saw.
But I don't know if I could do. I mean, look,
that's not how it usually goes down in the Bronx.
And I don't blame him for doing what he did. But I don't know if I don't know if I could do that.
No, I couldn't. But he also ruined his own 40th birthday party as well.
He'll have another one, I'm sure.
No, I think he had a pretty good 40th birthday.
Yeah, I think
it's about the memories. He's probably going to get so much money off of whoever gets that video and post it. I like to think that I would just immediately ghost someone and block them everywhere and just never speak to them again.
But he can't do that.
I know he can't.
Yeah,
that's what I would like to think I would do.
Do we know the restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
It's in North Arlington, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And by the way, the kids are very young. One's 2 and one's not even 1 yet. So originally I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to see this video. They may see it eventually,
but
at
will
least
eventually
see it.
At least not now. They won't see it.
Story developing, so juicy. I love it.
This place gets a 4.5 in Google ratings.
Thank you, Scary.
That video gets a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Gandhi. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.